Okay, making a video. Yeah, I don't know what tree in the background. Maybe I don't know. No point really. Anyway, yeah, start over. Strange couple of days. Anyway, videos after this one. Walk and talk. I don't know. Blah blah blah. Me cutting tree. Some of that anyway. I don't know. You can't see much of that though. Anyway. You know, I'll play that in the background maybe. Oh, it's just the tree sitting there. I'm behind the tree, so you can't really see anything. You just hear things, the creaking of the tree. Anyway, so I'll put that on the end. Well, whatever, doesn't matter. Anyway, I do have my browser back, so weird. Okay, so now it's working since I have the direct connection because my internet's fixed finally, and I have a phone. But the weird thing is the Wi-Fi. Yeah, that I was using my neighbor's Wi-Fi. Yeah, it went out 2 days ago, and it keeps popping on and popping off and popping. Yeah, see, it's off, little red X there. So really strange. So Verizon still sucks. I'm just happy to have my internet back, so that's nice, and my phone especially. You know, so I can, get aggravated by talking to humans. But anyway, what else do I have to add? I'm just looking for bargains here on eBay now to have eBay back again. Yeah, whatever. Craftsman chainsaw. Anyway, my chainsaw did pretty well, so I did alright. Anyway, I didn't cut any important parts off of me. So that was good. 6 days. Oh, that's way too long. Sheesh. Holds gas chain saws from 14 inches to 18 inches. It must be a Chinaman or something. Posted this page. Incoherent text. Anyway, what do I want to say? Oh, the vegetarian thing. Yeah, I'll add some more on that since I talked about that in the walk and talk portion of the video. So Great Text just made a video here responding to Piro, and Piro is doing the whole, oh, let's all, get back to nature or be friends with nature or some kind of crap like that. And none of these people want to just concede that the whole game is broken. Alright, it's 4 billion years. The last 500 million years, it's been animals with a nervous system brutalizing each other. It is a gladiator game. It's gladiator. It's warfare. It's this DNA code wars with all the other competing codes. The ones that are similar to this one and the ones that are really dissimilar. And they're all fighting with each other for this thing called success, which is, oh, you stick your willy in her hoo-hoo and baby pops out. And if you successfully accomplish this feat, yes, you're declared some kind of winner. You look like a winner to me. And then these people look like winners. So anyway, Great Text is all, he even brings up, he says this, these relationships in nature, and he uses the example of ants and aphids, which isn't a good example. No example with ants in it is going to be a good example, because the whole colony of ants are basically slaves to a queen. Their whole psychology is owned by their mission statement. They are controlled by chemistry into performing, sacrificial acts of, so I mean, it's just, there's no, what's the word they use? Not symmetry, but, when two things are, whatever, helping each other out or something, which they're not doing. What the hell's that? Damn, it really pisses me off when I forget these words. Let's see what Laura Lowe said. The ants and the aphids represent a potential similar relationship as one can have with hens. They want food, shelter, and protection from predators, and we want eggs. In a self-instigated and rule scenario, it can truly work for both. Well, I don't know how it works for both. I mean, you know what it feels like to have to lay eggs? I have the same with birds and garden without eggs, or whatever. what you describe here is what puzzles me about my own behavior. I'm not competitive with others. I see no enemies, only interrelationships. Whether humans or whether human or otherwise, I really should get my act together. Whatever. Well done. You've done well to avoid the dog-eat-dog world then. Well, whatever. Comfortable is right here. I'm guessing that it's only possible to judge a period of history as dark once you can at least imagine an alternative which is lighter. Personally, I don't see an alternative to killing and exploiting other animals. I don't know why Comfortable says that. I mean, there's certainly an alternative to us making it worse. I mean, the obvious alternative is for us not to make it worse. Nature's bad enough. We don't need to add any more brutality. But certainly we got to clean. Well, I say that in the walk and talk. We can do better than this. And it doesn't really. The game is broken. You're going to be feeding. You're feeding just by breathing oxygen. You're feeding on the biosphere that is necessary to create it. All these sentient organisms that have to suffer to satisfy your needs. For your dependency. It's not even your need. Let's just call it what it is. It's a dependency. You have been built by your DNA molecule to be dependent on the environment that exists. And it can't too radically change too quickly or you're not going to be able to adapt and you will die. And so that's your dependency. But that's all it is. It's just a bunch of dependencies. These are not healthy relationships. Symbiotic. That's the word they use. Symbiotic. Like these parasitical relationships are symbiotic because they both benefit. I mean, one could make this argument that the slave owner, protected the slaves from the harsh environment of their home continent, and the pestilence and the malaria. So they did them a huge favor by bringing them to civilization. There's trade-offs that and they call any kind of trade-off is somehow symbiotic. So if you're being milked or egged or in some other way exploited, somebody should say it's symbiotic. Well, I'm sorry. There's nothing symbiotic in the relationship between the lion and the gazelle, even though they both are theoretically dependent on each other. The gazelles need the lions to reduce population, but they only need lions to reduce population because they've become dependent on a predator that takes away 1.7 of their births, and their birth rate would be lower if it wasn't for that predator. So again, you can see it right here with this deer population in this state. They killed just enough of them to encourage the deers biologically to have more twins and now even triplets. So the reproductive rates go up because it's younger and younger animals doing all the reproducing. But these are just dependencies. These are relationships of dependency, and it's intrinsically, inherently, fundamentally exploitive. Every one of these relationships, and for no victory but to say I win, I survived. Well, big fucking deal. It's a too high a price. It's a stupid game. Just admit it. Let it go. Quit pretending you're accomplishing something, and that's all you're doing. You're pretending that human life on Earth is somehow more magnificent than the non-existent Martians. And we're really not. We're not accomplishing anything but creating a lot of suffering. Well, let's just count all the mice up. How many mice do we torture every year, feeding them to display animals like snakes or something, or experimenting on them in laboratories, or whatever else, ballistics experiments or some other stupid experiment somebody decides to do. Why don't we calculate how many mice life cycles are experienced every year? What's the average lifespan of the average mouse? What does it actually accomplish in its life? Oh, that's right. It eats enough to grow big enough to have sex, to reproduce, and to die. I mean, it's just so perfectly insidious. Yeah, come on. And the rest of it's all just programmed by hormones. It reacts to chemistry that fills it with rage, or fills it with horniness or hunger or some other emotionally tainted physiological condition. And that's all you do. You move from one emotionally tainted physiological condition to the next and call that living. And it's redundant and it's dangerous, and people should just stop doing it. Stop imposing it. So anyway, on to the rest of the mush. I'll have to edit this somehow, I suppose, so give me a chance to get used to using the old computer for the editing. I haven't used it for editing in a while. There's so much. Anyway, so yeah, the last 2 days were just a bitch. The internet connection next door went out, so I was dead again. No way to contact the outside world. And so yeah, it's been a long 3 weeks. Tired. But I had a good tree day, though. I got the $900 tree. That's the estimate I got for knocking that tree down. So, saved $900 so far. Well, I mean, I'm almost there. So, I mean, another half day, I should have it done. And, but we gotta, have to wait and see, because I might kill myself, and then it would be $900 to die. I saved $900, but I died. I don't think there's much left for it to do to me. I don't think it's as dangerous as it was. I've taken all the danger out of it. So it should be okay. Big fucking tree, though. Big fucking tree. Alright, it's me. Yes, walk and talk video. Chainsaw. Yep, ready to go now. Unfortunately, the trees I got to do here are probably above my grade. You have to actually be able to climb trees, and I just can't do the height thing anymore. So anyway, other trees to be cut that aren't quite as challenging. Anyway, it's really irritating. It's my internet is out again, and it's just, I'm just totally fucked. I don't have a phone. Don't have the internet. You can't get anything done. I mean, my phone's been out for over 3 weeks. I was using the Wi-Fi next door, but Verizon keeps fucking it up. I keep thinking, oh, there's something wrong with the computer again, and I go fiddling around with it and trying to figure out what's wrong. Anyway, this is just irritating. Sorry. It just is irritating. And people, I won't even go into how people have complicated things by being assholes. But they have. The only good thing that's happened is, I bought this chainsaw, and it got here in like 2 days. Unbelievable. And it was cheap. See if it works, but I mean, it was cheap. So anyway, that's good. That worked out good. But everything else has gone not so good. So what can I talk about? Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about the vegetarian thing last night, but that's when everything went to hell in terms of no connectivity again. And it was 4 people, I don't know, I made videos on it, and they all sort of irritated me. And the hypocrisy of Greatex is just, I'm sorry, it's amazing. I mean, it's not a minor hypocrisy, it's a major hypocrisy. He seems to understand the imposition argument, when it's an animal, but if it's a human, oh no, there's no impositions at all, no. Everybody just loves the life. Which is just stupid. At least he does point out, as does Conference Report, that this is a real problem. This whole idea that nature is no good guardian of the welfare of the sentient creature either. Animals in nature are doing quite horribly, and they're not even protected. which is even more disgusting. So lots of animals are essentially farmed. Oh, well, I really went the wrong way here. How do I get out of this mess? You know, a lot of them are worse off. I got this extra weight around my neck. You know, in nature, of course, because yeah, there's no rules about you know, you can dart them, you can club them, you can do whatever the hell you want to them because they're a natural animal. Somehow they don't have any rights to be killed properly. So you can harpoon them. You know, it's mostly these sea mammals that are, you know, get the worst of it. But hundreds of thousands of them a year are horrifically, brutally murdered. And they have no rights at all. So I mean, that's the worst kind of farm animal to be, is the naturally farmed animal. Because, you know, if I throw a harpoon at a cow, I'll go to jail. But somehow it's okay to do it to a seal, or a walrus, or some other, ouch, unprotected beastie. I am so fucked here. I ought to cut the tree. I got the saw, but I want to make sure the saw still works when I get to work. So I'll wait till the saw is a piece of shit before I come back here with it. Or nearly shit. Oh. So yeah, so nature just absolutely sucks. And that's the argument being made here, that it sucks for humans also. It's not, there's the nature, it's the nature of life that is the problem. Not the word nature, not the word human, not the word unnatural. It's just the nature of life that is stupid. How did I get in here? How the fuck do I get out of here? Guess I'm going to go this way. Try it anyway. You know, I gotta do a bit of navigating. I never seem to find the same way through this crap each time I go through it. I mean, I target this because I know this is where I can get through from this point. It's all smooth sailing. So I look for that beacon of broken tree. Just once I get there, I'm good. Mostly. Yeah, alright, so where was I? Yeah, so I mean, Carson Report said factory farms aren't so bad. Well, that's just a pile of crap. And milking cows, I mean, they've got it horrible. They've been genetically mutated into horrible, awful circumstance. You know, where they produce hundreds of gallons of milk, and you know, they're completely owned by that process, and I wouldn't physically want to be in their condition. Same with beef cows even. They might be hideously uncomfortable considering how over steroid reconstructed they are. So anyway, that's a whole nother subject though. But yeah, it's just this idea that somehow I don't think you can be a vegetarian and pro-natalist. I mean, a vegetarian for ethical reasons. I mean, if you can understand that it's not right to torture animals, then you got to be able to understand it's not right to torture humans. And you will torture them. It's just inevitable that some people will draw very bad, unlucky rolls of the dice. And they will suffer very harshly. And it will do so without the fable and fantasy you would like to believe that all the people afflicted in the world all endeavor to persevere, and they all love their life, and they all thank you very much for giving them life, even though they have ALS or some other hard disease. You people just don't listen to the ones that complain, and you intimidate anyone who dare complain. That's part of the game you play. You just say, just kill yourself, or some other crap to them. So, your insensitivity to anyone complaining. You know, you'll just sit there and show them postcard pictures of some blind guy playing golf and say, see, that's how you should be. Crazy and insane. Yeah. No, thank you. I'd rather not be crazy and insane. I don't want to be happy being served a plate of poo. You can take a picture of a human being eating poo and say, see, that's how you should be. You should be able to be eating poo and be happy about it. Well, fuck you. You eat it. And leave me the fuck out of it. But the point is that you can't avoid it. You're going to play this game. You're going to create victims. It's like pee-wee football or something. You're going to have it, and then you're going to have paralyzed kids. And if that's an all right cost, if that's a price worth paying to you shitheads, I can't say much except you're shitheads. That's all I can say. Because I'd say it's not a price worth paying for a little glory games to teach kids idiotic rules of competition and gang warfare. Oh, I think that's just insidious. I don't think I'd pay any price whatsoever to teach kids how to be assholes. That's all that fucking pee-wee sport crap does. So even there you lose all over the place. And life is lose. It's a perception in your head, nothing more. Again, until you can explain to me how the universe is deprivated by the absence of Moonikins and Venetians and Martians and Saturnites and, I don't know, asteroids circling Plutoites. Let's go find every little round object in the universe and talk about how sad and pitiful and deprivated the universe is because the little ings, the little lings, aren't living there. You know, you're just human-centric, full of yourself assholes. You know, you wouldn't know philosophy if, you know, you stepped on it in a path and it was gooey and smelly. You still wouldn't know what it was. You have no clue what it is to use your brain to do logic. Yeah, this is just too simple. It's a replicating molecule. I mean, really. News flash over and over again. Just keep saying news flash. My shadow. Manly man. Yeah, look at that. Look at that thing he's got hanging down there. Yes, sir. Whatever. Yeah, so just get over yourselves. And, yeah, everybody should... You don't have to be a vegetarian. You just have to defend it in principle. I don't care, you know. I mean, if you can't get over your addiction, fine. Just don't support addicting the next generation. And again, it's just like the whole life thing. You think life is cool? You're addicted to it? You can't imagine the universe without you? Well, go ahead. Live hard. But just mind your own business, so to speak. Don't be imposing it on somebody else. Don't be injecting it on the next generation. Just like your bad habits of meat eating. We don't need your progeny in the world. The universe doesn't need them. And you're just rolling risk dice for no rational reward. None. But again, you can't explain the problem created by the absence of some fat moonikin sitting on a couch, you know, watching Honeymooners episodes with his 46 eyeballs. And you just can't do it. You can't explain how the universe needs that fucker. And you can't explain how the universe needs you. You have no function beyond, you know, being the descendant of a super flatworm with a big pile of knotted neurology on top of its head. That's all you are. You're a flatworm that can sing and dance. And that's it. It's really not that cool. It's not cool at all, actually. Especially when you use your knotted little brain so meagerly, so poorly. Just scheming, and wheeling and dealing. The little gears turn in your head, and they turn nothing but shit. Self-serving bullshit is all you churn with your brain gears. You never honestly evaluate your own fucking function. Oh no, you're above judgment. Nature's above judgment. Yeah, well, screw you. And such. What else? Yeah, that's probably, it's redundant, but I mean, I've said all this shit zillions of times before. But, squirrel. Karina likes those little rats for some reason. Little fluffy-tailed rats. No, they are kind of friendly-ish, chattery. They do chatter, talkative. I probably should put a something or other. Probably should turn the other side of the saw on this side so it doesn't smash the fuck out of my leg. Yeah, well, I'll wear it the other way next time. What's on that side? Oh yeah, that's the smooth side. Anyway, I think that's probably all that needs to be said for now. Maybe more later. Really irritable and such, so forth and whatnot. Until next time. Oh, yeah, the saw, she is a success. Yeah, we have a wood pile. So anyway, so yeah, it works pretty good. Good job. This is just such an annoying day. Where was I? Oh yeah, animals. Vegetarianism. Yeah, like I said, you don't have to become a vegetarian. Just be pro-vegetarianism. Right? That's not too hard to do, is it? Go ahead and concede. You're addicted. You can't help it. You're too attached to it. Your culture raised you badly. And deers on the field there look like wolves. Yeah. Well, anyway, you can't see it, so it doesn't matter. Wow, the sunset's way over there now. It used to sit way over there. That's how short the days have gotten. Anyway. Yeah, so yeah, what's the big deal? Just be supportive of the idea of causing animals as little harm as possible. What is so hard about doing that? Yeah, it's not hard at all. No, it isn't. Encourage other people to be better than you. Oh, is that a hard thing to do? I encourage people to be a better human being than me. There, that's not hard, is it? No. No, I don't think it is. I really don't think so. Especially you fat pigs. It's really easy for you to say that, isn't it? Shouldn't you be encouraging the next generation not to be fat pigs with bad habits, drinking, smoking? Why would you encourage somebody to have your bad habits, huh? Your silly, stupid, idiotic, wasteful addictions. There's no sense in doing that, is there? No, there isn't. Sorry, there's something wrong with my harness here. Just want to make sure my super little saw doesn't fall and hurt itself. Better fix that. Now, I'll get back to you later. I cut a tree down. It's falling as slow as trees can fall. It's still falling. Okay, here it goes, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes. Oh, come on, fall! Fall the rest of the way, you fucker. Come on. There it goes. Got my little saw stuck in it, but it's coming down. Now it's manageable almost. Come on, come down some more. Come on. Come on. You can do it a little more. Please. What's holding it up now?